Welcome back to my channel. Today we are diving into one of the most shocking discoveries in the world of rare coins. A story that begins in the dusty markets of Afghanistan, but stretches all the way into the vaults of collectors in the United States. And the number you are about to hear is going to leave you speechless, because this single piece of metal, a coin that most people would overlook, has been valued at a staggering $1.5 million. Yes, you heard that right. One Afghan coin worth $1.5 million. And before you dismiss it as just another story, stay with me because what I'm about to reveal will take you on a journey filled with history, mystery, lost treasures, and shocking truths that make this tiny object one of the most sought-after pieces in the entire numismatic world. Imagine reaching into your pocket, pulling out a coin, and suddenly realizing that it could change your entire life forever. That is the kind of suspense we are talking about today. And as we peel back the layers of history, you will begin to understand why collectors, investors, and historians alike are fascinated by this Afghanistan coin from the year 1979. A year marked by wars, revolutions, and hidden wealth that nobody expected to resurface in such a dramatic way. But before we reveal how this simple-looking coin carries such a jaw-dropping price tag, let's first step back and ask ourselves, what makes a coin valuable? Why do some pieces of metal that cost only a few cents to produce suddenly skyrocket in value, to the point where people are willing to pay millions? The answer lies in a mix of rarity, history, demand, and above all, the secrets that coins carry. Because every coin tells a story of a nation, a ruler, a moment in time, and in this case, a story of survival against all odds. This Afghanistan coin is not just a currency. It is a witness to history, a symbol of resilience, and a reminder that sometimes the smallest objects can hold the biggest secrets. So let's begin with the image engraved on this coin: a mosque, flags, and wheat stalks, symbols that reflect Afghanistan's national identity. But what many don't realize is that these symbols also hide a deeper meaning, a clue left behind by the designers of the coin, and a reflection of a time when Afghanistan was standing at a crossroads of political turmoil and cultural pride. Minted in 1979, this coin was produced during one of the most unstable periods in Afghan history, a time when governments were collapsing, superpowers were interfering, and ordinary people were caught in the middle of chaos. For collectors, that alone makes this coin historically significant, because it connects directly to an era that shaped not only Afghanistan, but also global politics. But history is only one piece of the puzzle, because for a coin to reach a value of $1.5 million, there has to be something more, something hidden. And here is where the suspense deepens. Rumors began circulating among collectors that certain Afghan coins from the late 1970s were not ordinary issues, but rather part of an extremely limited mintage. Coins that were struck under special circumstances. Some say they were test coins, never meant for public circulation. Others believe they were minted with a unique alloy that set them apart from the regular issues. And still others insist that these coins carried errors, small mistakes in design that turned them into priceless treasures. And when it comes to coin collecting, such mysteries are gold, because rarity is the ultimate driving force behind astronomical values. Now imagine this. Most Afghan coins from that time are worth only a few dollars, maybe 100 at most. But then suddenly a particular specimen shows up at an auction. Collectors start whispering about its origin. Experts examine it under microscopes, and slowly the truth begins to emerge. This is not just any coin. It is the coin, the rarest of the rare, one of only a handful believed to exist. And as the bidding begins, the price climbs higher and higher, shocking everyone until the hammer finally falls at $1.5 million, leaving the entire coin collecting community stunned. How could a coin from a war-torn country, a coin most people would dismiss as ordinary pocket change, command such a breathtaking value? The answer lies not only in its rarity, but in the passion of collectors. Because when history, mystery, and scarcity collide, collectors will stop at nothing to claim ownership. And this Afghanistan coin checks all the boxes. Think about it. This is not just money. This is a time capsule, a relic of a turbulent age, a piece of art, and for some, even a status symbol. Owning this coin is like owning a fragment of history that cannot be replicated and that makes it priceless. But let's dig deeper because the story doesn't stop there. Whispers of lost Afghan treasures have been circulating for decades,